Hey guys, Open Air Guy here. Today we're at No RV Park and it's raining. And it's been raining most of the day, which means there's mud and mud puddles. So for those of you who don't know, mud puddles in a truck is literally the big boy's version of running through a mud puddle when you're younger and your mom yelling, "No, don't get your shoes wet!" Except your mom's not there to yell, "No, don't get your shoes wet!" So we're gonna run through some mud puddles here a little bit. And recently I Googled random facts. Found some that I thought were pretty funny and some were pretty interesting. So we're gonna share a little bit of that with you as well. So here we go. Get the camera situated in here, and yeah, we'll have some fun with some mud puddles. Mud puddles are one of my favorite things. Those look fun. Okay, we're gonna go through those ruts. So I do have my hubs locked because I don't want to have to get out in the middle of a puddle and lock it. But I'm actually in two-wheel drive. Yeah! Okay, windshield wipers faster. Puddles, where are you? Do you see that? That's a bumper. That's someone's bumper over there. Alrighty. Okay, so now that serious matter of fun is out of the way, we'll get on to the facts. Number 1, the average person spends 6 months of their lifetime waiting on a green light to turn red. Number 2, if you believe that you are truly 1 in a million, there are 7,500 more people out there just like you. Number 3, men are 6 times more likely to get struck by lightning than women. Number 4, in the last 5 minutes, the Earth has traveled over 5,000 miles. Number 5, a broken clock is correct twice a day. 6, banging your head against a wall burns 150 calories per hour. Number 7, about 150 people are killed by coconuts each year. Number 8, prisoners from Canadian war camps, prisoner of war camps in World War II, when it was over, they didn't want to go home. 9, in New York, it's illegal to sell a haunted house without telling the buyer. Number 10, a ball of glass will actually bounce higher than a ball of rubber. Actually, it's really tight. Probably should Oh, we made that one. Number 11, in France, it's legal to marry a dead person. Number 12, it is impossible to hum while holding your nose closed. You guys just tried that. Some of these I looked up, partially because some of them seemed a little outrageous, and some of them I wanted to be, I knew I could get an answer to, or verify. I actually laughed pretty hard at this one. You end up, okay, 6 months of your lifetime you spend waiting for a green light, waiting for it to turn red. That's like, okay, for the average lifespan, that's like 1/150th of your life is spent waiting on a green light. Now, I don't know if this one is actually true. I'm sure someone just came up with some numbers, found some numbers, some statistics, and did some math. But anyway, I thought it was pretty funny. Okay, fact number 2. Truly, if you're 1 in a million. So I did actually do some math on this. Currently, the Earth's population is somewhere around 7.5 million people. So if you do math, it's pretty easy to see that, yeah, if you think you're 1 in a million, the odds are that there are 7,500 other people out there who are just like you. Which, the reason why I found that funny, well, I guess I don't have to explain it, do I? Okay, number 3, men getting struck by lightning. You know, I actually think I think I know why. It's because they spend more time in the doghouse. Okay, number 4, the Earth traveling more than 5,000 miles, blah, blah, blah. That one actually is true. If you do the math, it actually works out to, I think, 5,550 miles-ish. Number 5, now that one should be pretty obvious. Broken clock stays in the same place, and there's 2 12-hour rotations in a day, blah, blah, blah. Whoa, that's tight. Hang on. I need to go on. Driving through the woods. This one I found funny too. I always used to make a joke when I was in grade school when I found out that banging your head against the wall is actually a chemistry experiment, because chemistry, you know, talks about valence shells and all this kind of stuff, and electromagnetic forces between atoms and stuff. So anyways, what keeps 2 objects from transferring through each other or passing through each other is electromagnetic forces at a molecular level, which is what chemistry deals with. So I thought that one was pretty funny. But as for the 150 calories, I'm sure someone just came up with, I don't know, maybe they did some experiments. I really don't know, but I thought it was kind of funny. Getting killed by coconuts. I did look that one up too. Apparently, getting killed by coconuts actually is a thing. If a coconut that's not ripe yet, or maybe it is ripe, I don't know. Anyway, coconut falls on your head, it can actually kill someone. As for the 150 number, based on what I was finding online, that seemed a little much, but I don't know. Number 8, prisoners of war in Canada. I actually did look that one up too. That one may have been stretched a little bit, because it does seem that Canadian war camps were actually much more humane than probably anybody else's in the world. I mean, you know, Canadians, they're all nice and hugs and kisses and everything. Anyways, except for on the hockey rink. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know if them actually not wanting to go home is necessarily true, but they. Ooh, low range. But they definitely, it does look like they had the best camps in the world. 9, selling a haunted house. I did look that one up as well, and well, I'm not exactly sure because it was full of legal jargon that I didn't quite understand, didn't feel like looking up. But it's all based off of Ghostbusters ruling, which apparently there was this house that this town thought was haunted, and there were even newspaper articles and stuff or something like that. So anyways, it was sold to a guy, and he found out about it later and it went to court and everything. And so anyway, the ruling, I think it ended up being a precedent that, yeah, if it's out of the ordinary like that, that the buyer wouldn't necessarily or normally check into, that you have to disclose it or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was kind of weird. Number 10, a ball of glass bouncing higher than a ball of rubber. This one actually is true. It's physics related. Elastic collisions versus inelastic. Elastic collisions are two very hard surfaces colliding, or objects colliding, where there's no deformation of the object. So nothing deforms in the collision. There is the most, or the highest percentage of energy transfer in those types of collisions, which means that a hard ball that doesn't deform, which is glass, as long as it doesn't break obviously, will indeed bounce higher than a rubber ball, which does deform, because some of the energy from it falling gets transformed into deforming the ball rather than back into kinetic energy or heat. Okay, number 11, marrying the dead. I thought this was a little weird, but I did look it up, and it does seem like it is indeed legal to marry a dead person in France. The precedent was set by a young couple who were engaged, and he ended up dying, and she still wanted to marry him. So, yeah, she married him. And number 12, it's impossible to hum with your nose pinched. I mostly just thought that one was funny because as soon as I read that, I tried it, and it made me laugh. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the red subscribe button, share with your friends. This is the Open Air Guy, and I will see you next time.